What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. USA men's basketball team loses to France in the quarterfinals of the FIBA World Cup, breaking the 58-game win streak by the USA national team dating back all the way to 2006 was the last time they took a loss. That was the team led by LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. Those players were puppies and got upset and didn't bring home, got upset in that tournament. So this is viewed as upset, but not a major upset because USA did not bring a lot of their best players, declined to play. The James Hardens, the Steph Currys, the Kevin Durant's, the LeBron James, players of that ilk. Russell Westbrook declined to play for this team. But they did secure, one good thing about it is, one silver lining is they did secure a berth in the 2020 Olympics, but this is still a loss that's going to leave a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth. USA team was led by Donovan Mitchell, had 29 points. Kemba Walker had a off game, which probably contributed to the loss. He only had 10 points. But give France team a lot of credit. They had 3 NBA players on their team, led by Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. They had Frank Ntilikina, a high lottery draft pick for the Knicks, who hasn't actually panned out with the Knicks yet, but played well in this game. And Evan Fournier had a good game. Then they had another guy named Dave Gano, had 18 points in that game. You might see that guy maybe on the NBA roster here in the near future if he wants to come over. But it was a nip and tuck game. USA led by 10 at halftime and had about a 4-point lead in the fourth quarter, but it seemed like after that point, France made all the clutch plays, the clutch defensive plays, as Gobert blocked the shot with Donovan Mitchell, his teammate on Utah Jazz, was driving to the basket, and Rudy Gobert blocked the shot that pretty much was a key play in the waning minutes of that game as France pulled the upset, moving on to the semifinal. Now, a lot of people are going to say, hey, the USA, it might be a quick, might be an overreaction to this, saying that, look, they might put more pressure on a lot of the top-tier NBA stars that play in 2020 Olympics, based on this result. We'll see what transpires, but I was expecting to see more top-tier NBA players playing anyway, simple fact that it's the Olympics. See, this here was a World Cup, not to diminish the World Cup, but it's not as prestigious as the Olympics. So I think you will see a lot of top-tier players playing. The players that declined this opportunity, you'll see a lot of the top-tier players in 2020. You'll see a Zion Williams probably playing in this. A lot of the younger players that's top-tier that could become top-tier players. You'll see a Zion Williams playing in this. You'll see possibly R.J. Barrett playing in this. You know what I'm saying? You'll see those type of players probably playing in the 2020 Olympics, along with the other younger players that's established in the NBA. You might see, you might even see a Paul George playing, maybe even a James Harden, Kawhi Leonard playing in the 2020 Olympics. And if you get the best playing the best, because these other countries, they're sending their best. They're their best. That's the best that they've got playing in these games. And United States are not have to make any excuses, because they still probably should have took care of business. But United States are not sending their best to this World Cup. They didn't have the top-tier players in this World Cup. Now, I was looking at some of the stats, man. What seemed to be the Achilles heel of this USA team, which is not a surprise. They only averaged 87.7 points per game in this FIBA World Cup, which is understandable. You got 12 players coming together that never played with each other. You're trying to get it together in a short training camp. No excuse, but it is what it is. You're going against other teams that have been playing together for years now. They got the advantage. So you got to send your top tier best to overcome that obstacle. It's becoming more and more prevalent. It hurt us in 2006 due to, I think, a lot of the top players at that time, veteran players, didn't come over. We had a lot of our younger players up and coming rising players in LeBron and Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, but those guys were pups. They had a few veterans on there like Tim Duncan, and I think Boozer was on that team, but they had a lot of young pups on that team. I think, and the team was not put together good either. You need role players, you need shooters, you need guys that can do the dirty work. And this team did have P.J. Tucker on it, but I don't know how. He didn't see too much playing time a lot. He didn't see a lot of minutes in this FIBA World Cup. So you got to find that right mixture, that right chemistry. You know, you're going to need your best players playing, but you're going to need some good role players and specialists on the team too. And that's going to be up to Colangelo to come up with that right mix like he's done, you know, 58 games in a row until today when they was upset by upset by France in the quarterfinals. But again, the USA loses to France in the quarterfinals, 89-79. The France goes on to the semifinals, but France has got to finish the deal. So this don't mean nothing for France if they beat USA, thinking that's a gold medal game when it's a quarterfinal game, and then you don't bring home the gold. You got to finish the deal, and that means 2 more wins. So we'll see how it plays out. But the USA has got to do some rethinking, and hopefully some of these players that declined this time will be ready to accept the invitation for the 2020 Olympic Games. And then you find, like I say, find a good role player, some specialists to come in and put that right mixture, right chemistry, and the USA can dominate like they did before this game here today. Dominate with a bunch of wins and dominate and run through the competition, which they're, you know, more than capable of doing. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.